We trying to get paid.
Making money, make it, dollar, dollar.
We trying to get paid.
Making money,
Make it save and invest. Stacking up checks. Let's go.
You've all made a lot of money this year. And I think that's the great thing about the last 9 to 12 months is the fact that we haven't really had to trade at all. I mean, really all you had to do was buy and hold. Apple, Microsoft, heck, look at the Qs today. No gains today, but look, over the last few weeks, those stocks have done some amazing things to your trading account. You know, and when I walked away from penny stocks in 2016 with the election of Donald Trump, I lost a lot of loyal fans. I do accept that. But I knew that finally things were going to get better for me in a different kind of way. That I wasn't going to have to beg people to buy stocks anymore. I knew that finally I'm going to actually make some real money trading, not selling hopes and dreams of getting rich in, shit penny stocks, and shit tickers. And I'm happy to say that now more and more people are walking away from that kind of gambling mentality and investing in the companies that are winning every single day. There are more investment channels, more traders looking to buy, really great companies, man. I'm really excited about what the future holds for all of this liquidity that's coming in the market right now. Now, granted, you're not coming in the best time, okay? You're coming in kind of high, but I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're here. Speaking of QQQ, if you pull up the 100 moving average on the hourly chart, literally every time QQQ drops below the 100 moving average on that time frame, it was a buy signal. And look what happens right after that. An incredible run. Folks, you're going to have another opportunity really soon to be able to do something just like that. You're going to have that opportunity real soon. And if you've been one of these very few idiots out there that just hasn't made any money trading when they've literally been giving the shit away for the last 9 months, that's going to be your chance. It might be one of your last chances. We don't know. We can't predict the future here. So with that being said, we broke that 6 green days for 6 days streak. We were starting and we were on. Look, that's just something that's happened 12 times in the last 5 years. So relatively rare to have such an amazing move. By the way, prior to the 2009 bailout, you only see that 3 times over the last 30 years. Goes to show you how much the Fed has been helping us along over the last 10 years or so. POTX, another big day for MJ stocks. Things are looking a bit heated over there. Kind of reminds me of 2014 all over again. You throw $1 at anything marijuana and you make a lot of money on it. POTX, by the way, is the number 1 performing ETF on the market now 2 days in a row over the last month. 78.28% gains in POTX. Over 3 months, that's 134%. Rounded up, 135%. It's going to be a big day tomorrow for Twitter longs. They barely beat earnings, but hey, a beat is a beat. XLC is the ETF that's going to be a winner there. A stock to watch that I want to present to people. Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway, the B shares. All right. Breaking out right now, and I believe headed for $300 and more. Here's why. The company is sitting on over $100 billion in cash, folks. $100 billion in cash, and trades at literally 2 times sales. They almost make twice as much as Amazon in revenue, and Amazon trades at 4 times sales. Now, this is fundamentals, but this is, I'm not looking at projected. This is actually what's going on right now. So what does that mean, Sal? That means Berkshire Hathaway is very much undervalued, contrary to the amount of money they make, contrary to, price to earnings, if we want to go take it that far, but just for what they are as a company, right? A multi-conglomerate cash cow that makes so much money year in and year out. They're going to 300, folks, and I think you need to jump on the ride. Look, these days, you don't actually need the price of the stock, right, to trade. Last time I checked with Robinhood, you can buy $5, $3, $10 of a stock, even though it's trading for multiple times more. So these days, there's really no excuse for anybody not to be able to own a piece of America. All right, that's why we've seen that explosion I talked about earlier, because everybody can participate now. Everybody can participate, and you should be participating. This is your country. This is what you should be doing. This is your right as an American to go and put your stake in the ground and say, I want a piece of these countries of these companies that make up my life for the most part. Let's just be honest here. Who remembers me calling RRGB at $14? I think it's actually less than that. I spent weeks talking about those delicious Red Robin gourmet burgers, ticker RRGB again. Cash out now if you're still holding. Go check that out. Look what that's been an amazing run, but I'm now out the stock as I think that's going to be the top for a while. Pay attention to XOP tomorrow. It's really the only reason we ran so hard, as I mentioned in my episode yesterday. It sold a bit today. That's kind of why we were pretty much grounded. Don't believe this bullshit about pent-up demand and, all these people are going to be having COVID shots, so we're going to be going even higher. We're going higher because the government's giving us money to buy more stocks. All right? The idea that we're going to go higher because people are getting COVID shots makes no sense, because we were going higher when there were no shots. We were going higher when cases for COVID were rising. All right, so this isn't about COVID shots. It's nothing to do with, pent-up demand. This is the government giving you money to buy stocks, whether it be these checks they're sending us or, giving companies the ability to borrow at practically no cost. That is what's got us moving the way we're moving right now. Everything else is BS. All right. The charts are going to tell you everything you need to know. So follow the charts. Don't worry about what anybody else is talking about in terms of, the shots and the opening up and, lockdowns. All of that is BS. It's all price action, folks. It's all cheap money. We're starting to see some weakness, as I mentioned, in XOP. So if it loses 72.50 tomorrow, things could get a bit ugly. I'm also seeing some weakness in clean energy stocks. Pull up ICLN to verify. And it's the most liquid, possibly, in my opinion, the best clean energy play out there. You got some really great companies in that. And, it's showing a bit of weakness here. So, pay attention to that as well, because the clean energy plays have been doing very, very, very well. Emerging markets is something we don't talk about too much in America on business media. But look, you got some countries out there that are looking really attractive right now. Look at NGE, the Nigeria ETF. I like that monthly chart. I like that daily chart. All right, there's a little bit of dependency on the price of crude there, but long term, I like the demographics there in terms of a lot of young people coming of age, and it's for those people who understand what's going on in the developing world, you're gonna love that ticker NGE. The volume's got to catch up, but I think it's going to end up coming. The China large cap FXI, that's looking to break a 5-year top, and I want to be a part of that, and that's why I'm selling puts into FXI as it breaks that 2015 high. This is going to be very exciting. I'm very bullish on communist China over the next 5 to 10 years. I think FXI is going to soar. They're going to leave us in the dust. I mean, it speaks for itself when you're a country that, produces 250,000 computer engineers a year. I mean, what can you do to that? Spread your money around, folks. I mean, get global with your money. I spoke on Twitter earlier. If you guys don't know, 80% of Twitter users are outside of America. So when you're buying Twitter, you're buying a piece of the world. You're buying what's going on outside of America for the most part, right? The Twitter is such a big thing outside of America. People really don't realize that. Other countries that I want to note is EWZ, Brazil, EZA, South Africa. Both are going through it right now with the whole COVID thing, right? They got some variants out there that are, giving them a hard time, but I believe that they will both be higher at the end of the year. This is when I want to buy. This is where I want to buy Brazil, EWZ. I don't want to wait till it really starts running hard. I want to get in now. Again, not a full position, but again, just a starter position, a starter role. Again, we don't have to even buy the whole share, right? We just kind of put something in there and understand that this could be something very interesting as that gets settled. To end the show here, back in November, I told you that the end was near for Harley Davidson, and folks, it's really close. They are really hanging on to dear life on the daily chart. I got some sell signals all over the place. They missed earnings in January, and if this falls back below 35, you might want to start grabbing some out of the money puts on this one. All right, that's Harley Davidson, ticker HOG. IWM and URTY still going full retard. It's ridiculous at this point. Good Lord. Last point I want to make. I know I can keep you guys all night, but look, last point. Look at the charts of Visa and MasterCard. Then look at PayPal and Square. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that is what happens when your business is involved in something as impressive as Bitcoin. Visa and MasterCard look very, very vulnerable right now. I'm seeing sell signals there, so watch out on both of them. Okay, I'll let you go now. Tomorrow is another trading day. Trade well.